When someone says you should use a product or service, you are skeptical. You should be, which is why Myers Auto won't ask you to trust them for your vehicle repair and maintenance. However, they will ask you to trust their customers.
My name is Jeff. I've been going to Myers Auto for about 4 years now. It's nice when you can deal with the owner of a business. And for me, dealing with Dwayne, he goes out of his way to take care of you. It's always going that extra mile for your customer.
Find out for yourself. Myers Auto, just north of L on 140th Street.
Remember when you heard this sound for the first time? Or how about these? Or how about when this was a pleasant surprise?
Chewie, we're home.
Or when this rocked your world?
No, I am your father.
Hold on to your helmets because we're about to hit light speed. This is R2 Details. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now because we actually get to see a lightsaber in one of these.
Yes, a lightsaber, which was fantastic. There's so much to talk about these two episodes, but here's what I want to talk about the most up front, just right off the bat.
Okay.
This wasn't 2 episodes of Boba Fett. It's under the heading of Boba Fett. This was 2 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Or just Star Wars in general.
Or Star Wars. It was like a side Wars. I was really into episodes 1 and 2. I loved episodes 1 and 2 of Boba Fett. I thought episodes 3 and 4 were a little slower, a little lacking. I mean, they were interesting. Of course, I'm watching them and I'm digging them, but just not as cool as episodes 1 and 2. And I was like, it's okay. And I also thought their budget, I'm like, man, are they skimping on their budget? It just didn't look impressive as the first 2 episodes look great.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw episodes 5 and 6 and I thought, they were saving on the budget in episodes 3 and 4 so that their budgets for episode 5 and 6, which included not only some fantastic battle scenes amongst other Mandalorians,
yes,
with all kinds of great special effects that really looked movie image quality, but you had a freaking CGI Luke Skywalker, spoiler alert, for not a cameo, half an episode in it, which cost $4 trillion, I'm sure. So I can see where the budget finally went.
Not to mention who's hanging out with Luke Skywalker, but Ahsoka, Anakin's Padawan, his dad's kid, Padawan, I guess, for lack of better words. So she's there and he's training Grogu. Oh my God. My eyes were so dry when I was done because I couldn't blink.
Yes, it was insane. And so let's just go to episode 5 first to make sure it's that. A couple things I have a question about, and we can kind of jump around. But when Mando, once again, Boba Fett is in these episodes for all of maybe, I don't know, 3 minutes. Yeah, over the course of 2 episodes. So it was really the 2 episodes of The Mandalorian stuck in, which, by the way, I'm totally fine with, and so were my kids.
Yeah, I was fine with it too.
Yeah, but I don't understand why he had to give in and tell the truth about about the taking off his helmet thing. I mean, I saw he was struggling with it there at the very end of episode 5, but why not just say, yeah, no, I've never done that.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause I guess if you lie, then you're no better than anybody you kill. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have any honor.
You saw that he was really trying to he didn't answer that question right away. He was thinking about it.
He was, but I mean, geez, he's got the dark saber right now.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That you have that. Yeah.
He's the head. That sword comes with a planet. So he's now king of Mandalore, or man of Mandalore. What is he?
Yeah, he's queen. Something. Yeah, I couldn't quite understand the title, but
yeah. So he now runs Mandalore, but whoever beats him up and takes the sword from him then gets that role. So in this one, he goes down there and he meets up with some Mandalorians again, the badass chick that does the smelting and the blacksmithing.
Yeah.
And they go down there and
they call her the armorer.
The armorer. She's awesome. He goes down there and then she sees that the Vespar spear that he got from Ahsoka. And that was a tool or a weapon that could kill Mandalorian. So they melted it down and made armor, but they also made Grogu a really cool little thing.
Well, they don't tell you what the thing is until the very end of episode 6. You got to kind of wonder. And of course, I thought everyone was, so everyone in my household at least was like, it's going to be a hat. It's going to be like this cool, like mask hat thing that protects his skull and his noggin, and that'll have a place for his ears to hang out. And that's what everyone thought it was going to be. And I said, I want it to be where he opens it up at the very end, and the big reveal is it's like a Nirvana t-shirt. It's like it's not anything at all. It's like so I bought this at a gas station on the way here. Just want to say thank you for, being a buddy and all. I wanted it to be like this huge buildup, and then they open it and it's like, I went to Denver and all I got was this t-shirt, kind of a shirt.
You know what would be cool if it was Nirvana t-shirt, but it was the Smells Like Teen Spirit album cover, and it was Baby
Yoda in the water.
That'd be awesome.
That's good. I like that.
So yeah, so 5 with the sword, one of the other Mandalorians does try to fight him, but he fights him off. And the thing about the sword is apparently if you don't know how to wield it, it's really, really heavy,
which was kind of weird. Yeah. And you saw even when he was fighting those guys when he first came in, and he kind of warned them and said, hey, I got no beef with you, but whatever. You saw that it seemed like he was moving really slow and having a hard time fighting with the sword.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I wondered, I'm like, why is he just not trained on? I didn't think anything of it. And then later when they said it gets heavier, I'm like, oh, that explains why he was just really struggling. And that explains also why he hurt his leg. Yes. I could have played this role of Mando, this episode 5. I could have been cast in it because I have the same limp. I could have limped just like him.
Oh, yeah. You could have been a stand-in for him, but you're only like a foot shorter than him.
Hey,
so
now, I mean, like
work.
7 inches maybe, but a foot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, that one was actually that episode 5 was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it was up until I saw episode 6. It was my favorite episode of the series. And which is hard because it's Boba Fett and it had nothing to do with Boba Fett, but it would have been so far. I think Mandalorian is better show than Boba Fett, even though I'm finding Boba Fett very entertaining. Mandalorian is a better show for me.
The best part about the Boba Fett show so far has been the parts with the Mandalorian in it.
100%. But this episode, if it was an episode of the Mandalorian, would have been in my top 3 or 4 Mandalorian episodes. That's how much I really enjoyed episode 5. Then I watched episode 6, and I think episode 6 beat that for me. Now, yes. A lot of that wasn't the Mandalorians doing. It was really more about seeing Luke freaking Skywalker, and great appearance by R2-D2. Let's talk about that.
Yes. And what about those robots that are like ant robots? I told my wife we had 2 or 3 of those in our backyard. It would look amazing. Okay, we're building the temple.
I love how they're building the town, and then they build him a bench. And like, yeah, you're going to want to sit down. And then he turns to R2 and he's like, wait, did you power off? And it's because R2 is like, yeah, we're going to be here for a while. And R2 is like an old man now. So he's just going to turn off.
Yeah. And then he goes, how long am I going to be here? Is anybody alive? And then the next thing you see him doing is like getting up from a nap that he was laying on there. But let's break it down a little bit, because chapter 6 was really heavy because, again, Luke was in it with Grogu trying to train him.
Yep.
Ahsoka's there, and that's Anakin's Padawan. I mean, basically,
which is a great time. Yeah. Now, question for you before we move on from that point with the Ahsoka point. What is Ahsoka's relationship with Luke as it pertains to that? Because I mean, what does he look upon her as like my aunt Ahsoka? How
I think
Ben Kenobi was like Uncle Ben. Like Ahsoka didn't train Luke, but because it was his father's Padawan, is it kind of like, oh, Aunt Ahsoka, thanks for coming by? Is like, how does he view her?
He definitely views her as Anakin's friend and not Darth Vader's enemy, in a sense. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So he looks to her for guidance. I think he knows that she's been around forever. I mean, think about it. She's how old? I mean, you don't know what species is or how much she ages. So shit, who knows how long Ahsoka can be alive or how it's been alive. So it is really cool that she was there, because when she goes, I'm a family friend, I was like, yes. Hell yeah, you are.
Yeah. No, that was a great moment. And that, by the way, that whole episode 6 was filled with really, really great moments. I mean, this is the light. Okay, let's get to this. Once again, spoilers.
Yes.
Okay, at the very end, this kind of bothered me.
Okay.
Why does Luke make Grogu choose? And I get it, the whole you got to detach and all that kind of BS. But who is he to be saying that when he's the guy who left Dagobah early to go rescue his friends? But he's going to literally make this poor thing choose. So he goes, oh, hey, check out this really nice present from your buddy that loves you and came all this way to see you. or you could still be a Jedi, but I'm not saying which one to pick. But like I just thought that was a dick move by Luke.
Yeah, well, I mean, oh, that's so cool. He's on the screen right now. He did pull out the lightsaber and like, hey, if you want to play with a light sword, you can. If not, wear that shirt. And I was like, that's Yoda's lightsaber.
And that's how the episode ended. You don't see what he's going to choose. But like I said, that's kind of a dick move because Luke literally left, by the way, in the middle of training to go rescue his friends. So it's like, who are you to say Grogu can't be like, hey, can I go can I at least accept this shirt and continue training? No. You must leave here immediately. I just didn't like that.
I wasn't hung up on that as much as you were, though. I was more excited about the fact that, Grogu is trying to eat a frog. So then Luke rubs that in his face too.
Yeah.
Picks up all the frogs and be like, you can't have any of them, you little green thing.
Yeah.
They did bring that, the training ball, the sphere. I can't remember the name of it. They did say what it was, but they brought in that sphere, which was cool because it trained Grogu how to jump and stuff, which was fun to see.
That was cute. That was cute as hell too when he was trying to jump. I mean, my wife said it reminded her of watching like animal pet videos on, like when you're bored and you're just looking at stream, like, oh, let me just look at what this dog did. She said that's what it reminded her of. It was like pet videos.
What about the time or the moment when Luke asked Grogu if he wanted to remember, and then it shows Grogu's version of Order 66 being taken care of?
Right. And I love how they zoomed in. You saw that it was the stormtroopers with the blue
the clone troopers
yep. On there. You saw that, and you saw the Jedi's doing their best to kind of like fend it off, but they're getting shot down by one.
And it showed kind of him in a bag, like a backpack or something. He doesn't show who he's with or anything like that. So I'm curious to see how that all plays out. But I thought that was cool because I just actually rewatched the end of the Clone Wars that they re-released with Ahsoka and Darth Maul that showed the Order 66 being executed. And then I watched episode 3 with it being executed. So I'm like, I just watched that so recently that it was on my mind. So seeing that was actually quite cool. And I hope they do more flashbacks like that. But there's a couple other things I wanted to mention. The bar explosion at the end.
Yes. Very interesting.
Max Rebo was in there.
And you also, in these types of scenarios, when it's in a movie right? or it's in a TV show, there's going to be a survivor because someone's going to come rolling up there. Who did this? It was 2 of them. They left the container here. And then you die. Like, that's exactly how that scene's going to go.
That scene is actually on the TV right now. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously, we knew that they were going to go. It's
basically the war's on like that. Yeah. I think that's the signal of the start of the war.
And there's only one more episode left. And before we get to what happened before that last episode, there's only one episode left. So there is going to be a war. And obviously Boba Fett's, getting his peeps together. But then they introduce Cad Bane. Now, did you know, and then if you haven't seen the cartoons or anything yet, he hasn't showed up in any type of live action. He is a bounty hunter or just basically a killer that runs across the countries or the planets and stuff. Badass character. He's blue. He's got like this hat. That's like a cowboy hat that's flat. And then he's got these like hoses coming out of his cheeks. His teeth are all sharp. His eyes are red.
He definitely fits in that town. The one where Timothy Olyphant, and I can't remember that character's name, but the
Marshall.
The Timothy Olyphant character, which I actually really like that character from Mando. I was happy to see him make a return. I think and I both discussed that we knew he was going to play a bigger role when
I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead either. They did shoot up high towards the shoulder, but what they did now, of course, he's going to wake up and be like, okay, town, now you see that we have to go fight these guys.
Yep.
So they're going to, Boba is going to get the support that they needed.
Yeah. So Boba Fett is got Mando on his side. Mando went and asked the Marshal. The Marshal's now got shot. How happy were you to see that the deputy got shot like 5 times?
Yeah, he was asking for it. And that's one of those ones that you could predict that someone was going to get killed. Like, as soon as that guy kind of mouthed out in the front, I'm like, well, he's going to die. I mean, this is like...
I couldn't wait.
Yeah, 100%.
For that guy. But Cad Bane is just super badass looking. They don't show his face. They tease it. Like, it's just the way they bring him in. I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars too. You watched all the cartoons, right?
Oh yeah. Well, the only ones I didn't watch every single series of them. Like, for instance, I still never finished Bad Batch, even though I thought it was interesting. I never finished some of them. But the Clone Wars was fantastic and really one of the better animated versions that they've done of these types of things, right? Like I think they did a really good job. And what's the other one I'm forgetting? Clone Wars and
there's Rebels.
Rebels was pretty good. Liked Rebels as well.
There's another one too. It's called Visions, which is like a remix of some of the characters in different type of animes and stuff. And then there's the other one that's Resistance, Star Wars Resistance, which is there on a platform, and it's like they bounce in and back and forth with Rebels.
I don't remember. I don't remember a couple of those, but yeah, Rebels and Clone Wars were really, really good. Bad Batch is good. I just never found the time to finish it. But anyways, I mean, so yeah, very excited. I thought that this was, I mean, the one that you said like that was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. She did such a great job.
I hope she gets a movie.
I hope so too. Episode 5 was really, really good until episode 6 came out and made me almost forget completely about episode 5.
And I'm more excited now about episode 7 than I was now that I know it's the last episode of the season.
Which is weird. 7's a really weird number.
Yeah, but I think that they might.
7's a weird number when 2 of your episodes were completely about the Mandalorian and not about Boba Fett.
So then there was only 5 episodes.
Right.
Of Boba Fett and then 2 episodes of Mandalorian. No, maybe they're going to come back in 6 months. Who knows? They always screw us like this, but I'm on for it. I think the Cad Bane is going to be leading the Spicers up against Mando, Boba Fett. And my biggest thing I think that's going to save or make Boba Fett win, I think, is that if he gets these Sand people in there to help him, there's tons of them out there. They're never going to be able to. The Spicers never going to be able to take him down.
I can see that happening as like they're about to be defeated. They're putting up a valiant fight, and then off in the distance over the dunes, you see the Sand people, and they're coming down the sand dunes, and they're riding in from all sides. And then
they're riding very slow because they're on those big ass things.
They'll be here in 4 hours.
They're coming.
Guys, we all need to set up camp, light a fire, get some food in us, and a good sleep, because in 12 hours, those sons of bitches are going to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's just so many characters that are rolling out. I'm hoping they introduce another character, or at least we get to see the Rancor eat something.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do some predictions about next episode. I think you're going to see Boba Fett riding the Rancor.
Okay.
I think you are going to see this Cad Bane guy shoot about 50 people.
Yes.
I think that the Mandalorian is going to do something to the sheriff dude's going to come in with his people. And at some point, he's going to save Mando's life, and Mando's going to save his life. And then they're going to exchange a look like, I got you, brother. Like that kind of thing, like a bro moment. And then him,
Boba Fett, and Mando will start a boy band, and it's going to be called the Helmets. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I agree with you there. I also think that they're not going to give us any more Grogu, Luke, or anybody on that side of that story.
100% no.
I think that's going to be Mandalorian season,
they were totally teasing you, but which is great. I was totally 100% fantastic.
I'm good too.
Yeah.
So I think that I think you nailed all of those for the next episode. I'm curious to see if they're going to surprise us with another character.
Well, what character do you think?
I mean, the only one I don't. There was a bunch of stuff online saying, "Oh my God, their characters are going to be introduced in episode 6," which they did. Cad Bane, I know he's badass, but there's so many people around that time, like they could introduce. No, the Ventress isn't there yet. Shaw Ventress is gone already. I don't know. I'm messing up the timelines, but God,
at this point, you need a degree in physics to be able to keep track of the timelines. But yeah, no. Listen, I think at the end of the day, the Boba Fett was really starting to lose a little bit of its momentum for me, and then episodes 5 and 6 like totally swung it back, and I'm all in for episode 7.
Here you go. If they introduce someone, you think, what about like Han Solo or Chewie?
Maybe you get a Chewie. I think a Chewie, maybe him and Chrysanthemum are like cousins or something like that.
What if Han Solo is just hanging out at Mos Eisley like he was before?
Maybe. Yeah, why not?
That'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I like that. Well, either way, I'm down for the next episode. Can't wait. And well, that's really about it, man. I don't think I got anything else.
Nah, I'm gonna be excited. We're gonna be like talking on the phone Wednesday next week about Boba Fett.
Totally.
because it's going to be so dope. So that's enough about Boba Fett.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Anakin, may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you, Master.
May the Force be with you always.
This is funner.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.